will be specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. You know, my background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected Attorney General for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of the American people.
We had a very busy and active day today, as you all know, but I wanted to take a moment to go through the 15 executive actions, or highlights of them, I should say, and some of the steps that the President asked agencies to take today. You should have all received copies of the executive orders as well as the accompanying fact sheets, but I want to take this moment to highlight them for the American public who are watching at home. He signed a proclamation effective immediately, halting further funding or construction of the previous administration's border wall and terminating the so-called national emergency used to wastefully divert billions for wall construction. Also today, President Biden sent an immigration bill to Congress. The U.S. Citizenship Act modernizes our immigration system. It provides hardworking people who've enriched our communities and lived here for decades an opportunity to earn citizenship. The President's priority reflected in the bill are to responsibly manage the border, keep families together, grow our economy, address the root causes of migration from Central America, and ensure that America can remain a refuge for those fleeing prosecution. With that, I'd love to take your questions. Zeke, why don't you kick us off?
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially, and this is the weekly wrap up. Hopefully everybody is doing well on this Friday Eve. How's everybody? I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. We are here. Oh boy, a lot going on as well. So as we get this one kicked off, if you could, please hit that like button. Share this out on your social media if you would. If you are watching on X, come on over here to the YouTube channel, Beatzilla PDX Official, and subscribe to this channel. Then hit the notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded or premieres. But with that being said, we are live and direct here on Friday evening. So hopefully all is well in the YouTube streets and you can hear me as you're supposed to. It looks like all is well. So good. All right. So like I said, I'm sure you guys probably seen a political ad coming into this broadcast, no doubt. I usually try to turn those down to a minimum. Not sure how I didn't get a chance to get to that this evening, so I'm not sure how they'll be coming. Hopefully it's not crazy. If so, let me know, and I'll see if I can get that dial back a bit. But with that being said, let's see who we have in the chat. Let's see who was up in this house. This is what we do here, right here on this channel. Also, you can join this channel and become a member as well. And if you join, then you'll see some of these videos. They'll air first in the members area. Some videos will stay members only. And there's some other things I want to also do in the members area as well coming up. And there's actually, like I said, there's another video I'll be posting this weekend. Just for the members. It's actually a video I meant to post a while ago. Forgot that I had it because it was on a different device. And I was just like, oh, came across the file. I was like, totally forgot I got it. So be looking out for some more musical stuff in the members area. With that being said, we have One Who Cares in the building. Happy Friday, Beatzilla. Thank you for being here, mods and chat. Thank you, One Who Cares, for being here. Salute to you. And grand evening on this Good Friday. Thank you for spending your Friday evening here. Sybil, evening. Zilla, Beatzilla, Chad, and mods. Thank you for being here. Sybil, welcome. That's a new name in the chat. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. And Judah Israel in the building. Yes, indeed, my good sister. Thank you for being here, as always, and the moderator and my member. And a long-standing moderator over here on this channel. So I appreciate you, my good sister. Hope all is well. Black first, as always. Scylla T, Jersey City is here. Black first. Good to see you, Scylla T. I believe that's my Jersey grandma. So I appreciate you for being in here. Thank you. And Lady Effa in the building, Columbus, Ohio, checking in. Salute to you, my good sister, Lady Effa. Appreciate you being here as well. And also, thank you for being a member, my good sister. And we got Antithesis in the building, Black First, Valdosta, Georgia. What's going on, Antithesis? Black First, Valdosta, Georgia. And thank you for being a member. And also thank you for the CashApp donation. I appreciate that as well. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Dominique Devereaux in the building. Hey, y'all, just wanted to say, hey, can't stay for long tonight. I understand. People got those responsibilities. Black first as always. And I guess if you gotta put your phone in your pocket and listen in your ear and your earbud, hey, we here. We are here. In the Mix Radio, what's going on? Like and share this broadcast. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here on this Friday evening as well. And Isaac Holloway in the building. Salute. Good evening. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Yes, sir. Black first. Dominique said, saw a piece of an interview Kamala did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that just a little bit. Because at that whole as you see this interview, which is on the screen, I couldn't help but notice. You see the picture I'm using right there in the center of the screen. That look was very, very, very interesting. And at the moment she gave, look at everybody else's faces behind her, because they're listening with intent. And this is when you realize, like, she ain't saying nothing. A classic moment caught on film, I must say. Night Rider in the building. Salute, bro. Beast. Yes, indeed. Black first. Only Shalom. Yes, indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And we got Key Prince in the building. Key Prince in the building. Salute, Key Prince. Thank you for being here. Good evening to you, Black First. And thank you for being a member as well. Yes, yes. Oh, we got Mary in the house. I believe that's our good sister, Mary Evans. Black First, appreciate you always. Thank you for being here on this Friday evening. It's good to see some of y'all can make it. I know some of y'all got to be team replay a lot. But yeah, glad to see y'all made it live. I appreciate you. And team replay, salute to all of you. Black First, appreciate y'all for tuning in, watching the replay. One thing I noticed is some of y'all that have to catch the broadcast late, I noticed that y'all will rewind it and then just watch it in the past. If y'all are, just know that if somebody watches like the replay chat, they might want to you might want to put the time of your comment in the chat, because well, no, I don't think you can. Well, yeah, you can if you're just, so if you're still in the live and you replay it, like you go back within the same stream, I believe you can interact with the chat, and so that'll put your chat way out of time. So just know that. I mean, I don't mind if you do, but just know that your chat will be out of time. I don't know if YouTube adjusts it in the YouTube replay or not, but hey, I appreciate it. And anybody in the comments, you're watching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment down there and let us know what you're thinking. And appreciate y'all for tuning in. So with that being said, we are here on this Friday evening, and it is it's going to be an interesting one tonight. Now, as you see on your screen, your boy Diddy, which I think a lot of us knew this was coming down the pike. We knew Diddy's troubles were ever so looming in the wings. And, that plane has landed and he is in custody. He is in custody on some racketeering charges, trafficking charges. But one would say, like a lot of us did when it was R. Kelly, be careful of what y'all saying, because they're picking a person like R. Kelly, who everybody can legitimately not like, to start implementing certain laws that are probably only going to be targeted after black men. Since R. Kelly, all the RICO charges have been who? Rich black artists. Subsequently, in Young Thug's case, remember what Young Thug did in the time that he was, we all were on lockdown. He bought all that land. Y'all remember that? He bought all that land. And truth be told, Rick Ross better be careful himself, because didn't he buy a lot of land down there? So, y'all just be mindful. These folks don't like leaving generational wealth in black folks' hands. That's why they bought most of your businesses up from you in the first place. And then find a way to get you out. So they make you sell your money generator. You get it for the big prize, so you think. And then you get caught up in the world of $100 million judgments. And having the amount of money that you could afford to pay $50 million to bail yourself out. And they say, nah, we don't want your money. This is what it looks like when you have entered into the big leagues and you thought that you were something more than the help. People being, why don't these stars be doing more for black folks? With this kind of leverage on whoever they allowed to get wherever they were in their system, because see, understand, Puffy's in their system. He started over here like all of them do, but all of them did the same thing because they were all just aspiring to assimilate, not to be in control, but to assimilate, because they were also taught something that they're also taught in the fancy coon training school is there is a ceiling, and you can only go so high. You never can have what those folks have. And then when you start aspiring to do things like that, you end up in situations like a young Dolph. Like, remember what was going on when certain people pass on these untimely demises. Young Dolph was trying to buy his record label. He had enough money to get in the game on the level to where he's on like Live Nation partner money. However, here's something about Dolph that's different than a Jay-Z. People in his community know him and understands what he's done for his community. One, the other, being Jay-Z, fully assimilated. And now you can see the evidence of how that turned out for black folks. So which one with Live Nation kind of money is more dangerous, or who would they deem as safe? A Dolph or a Jay-Z? And because it's a Dolph, you could just write it off to, well, this is just some rat beef. At that man's price point, okay. I don't know what area of business works that way. Then what area of supremacy works that way? Just something to think about. Now, what we're talking about this evening, of course, is the narrative. And this is the power of the grassroots. Power of the grassroots is that another element of this new day is the grassroots controlling our own narrative. No one speaks for us. It's getting so bad now that you have these organizations trying to claim that they are coming together in a grassroots kind of way. And they are not. They are not. When you have all of these funding partners ready to come and undermine and all, I just really want y'all to understand a lot of the stuff you are seeing, you got to understand the long con and the long game of the game they playing, and it's all against reparations for lineage-based policies. That's why when you heard Kamala Harris talking that all lives, all lives and for everybody to stuff, when asked about reparations, well, let's let it go to Congress, where bills go to die. So she immediately, like a hot potato, got it out of her hands and said, well, no, we'll do it in Congress. Well, we already seen what the Police Task Force Commission, how that happened. No, what is your, I'm going to stroke my pen and do this. Oh, you're ready for baby deletion. Yeah, that much we do understand. And that's the only narrative that she could really push. And like I said, with this, where is this? What is this tweet that she made? Let me take a look at this. Yeah, this is September 19th. So this is something that she repeats. One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government and certainly Donald Trump should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. Just 2 years ago, the very same person who tweeted this out was trying to tell women and men exactly what to do with their body. Also, with that being said, the same people couldn't define what a woman is. How now in this conversation now, the moral right thing to do is abort babies. Put down your faith. Because yes, you have to abandon your faith to subscribe to something that's against your faith. Your deeply held belief being sacrificed for the likelihood of what they're talking about, it's not even your agenda. Why would you sacrifice your deeply held belief? They're asking you to sacrifice yourself. She's literally putting it in words and letting you make the decision to choose to change the understanding of what a moral compass even looks like. But just 2 years ago, they told you that women could have children. So I have a question. Where are and where is the trans community in this conversation about a woman's body? They always feel left out everywhere else. Why now is the trans woman community silent? Trans women have periods. Trans women can give birth. This is the stuff we were hearing. And if we didn't believe it, we were transphobic. Where are the trans women now? Somebody want to go call them? Is the silverback still in your rooms? Anybody ask that person there? Anybody ask the silverback, hey, don't you feel left out of this conversation? Ain't you every woman's dream? Yeah, women envy me. Right? I'm just asking. I mean, because we couldn't define what a woman was. So, but now a woman's right. Nobody has a right to tell you what's a woman. What's a woman? I mean, because bathrooms and what's a woman? You talk about people, they get out here and start talking about Kamala's flip-flopping. This is one that's going grossly overlooked. Where are the trans women at? We're trans women for Kamala. All I see now is that movement as an attack on Black agendas. And right now proves it. Somebody want to call me a liar, I'll wait. I'm right here. Matter of fact, if you want to call up here, and if you're watching on Twitter especially, oh man, I might have to put the link in the chat. If you want to call me a liar, please come on up here and do it to my face. Yeah, what we talking about here? Oh man, you Black men are homophobic. Oh, you Black men are so transphobic. Oh, you Black men hate on everybody. You're the white supremacists of the Black community. And just the history of homophobia on Black men and transphobia on Black men. Now you need the Black male vote. Where are the trans women at? We're left out. Where you at? Sometimes you just have to be patient and wait these things out, and they will reveal themselves to you as what they really are. And trans lives matter. You have now been exposed as agents of anti-Blackness. Intersectionality, folks. Hey, you're up. Where are you at now? All we selling is abortions now? Man, we just went through the Women's Act with the violence against women. How many of you even understand how we got that? Oh, that was because OJ got off. Not because they love women, because they hate Black men so much that you got that bill and they over here celebrating. I hope you guys know how that bill came about. All these missing white women and all that, not even for that. No. O.J. Simpson got off for what they believe killed 2 white folks. That's the Nicole Brown Simpson law. Cocaine and adultery. Blame it on the Black man. And some of y'all Negroes really told y'all selves, he did it. There's a crime of passion. never crosses people's mind that they were messing with people who actually like doing that kind of business. There are those people out there now. And some people tend to hire people like that to do what they're best at doing. Kind of happen to be, also known to kind of be associated around that narcotic business. But hey, what do I know? And hanging out in dope spots, but who knows? I mean, it's history now. And there's a whole law still, because at the end of the day, damn all the truth about these people, that black man got off. Let's celebrate. Because you know what? We lost on Roe v. Wade. We still got to have some kind of law in place blamed on the lie on the black man. Every time you hear that, bro, man, let me tell you something. If y'all don't understand this real solid truth about Kamala Harris is a eugenicist. And I would hope that somebody, if they ever get a chance to ask her straight up, ma'am, do you support eugenicists? Or are you a eugenicist? You support eugenics? She's already said that she's supported thinning people out. I play that here. Got to reduce population. And what is she, the agenda queen of? Reducing population. Funny. No one would ever think from, 2 years ago, everybody said, get something or lose your job. Now we're the very same people, and person's telling you, I'm your champion for your personal medical freedom. No one should be able to tell you what you can do with your body. But because a pharmaceutical and a computer maker said, we're going to censor everybody who doesn't agree, and you're going to shut your mouths. We're going to get you taken off of social media. We're going to shut your mics down. We're going to cut all sources of your revenue off because we don't want you interrupting with our plans. The safety of American people. But now folks' memory is so short, maybe it's from what they had to do, that they don't remember. You do know these folks just made you go do something, right? And now they're the very same people telling you the government shouldn't be able to tell you what you do. And it's making sense to y'all. Of course, not my people in my normal chat, but if you are new here, maybe this is you. If you're watching on X right now and you are in need of an intervention, well, let me introduce you to your intervention. Because right here at the beatzillapdx official show, we offer you the truth of the matter. Not fluff. I'm not bought and paid for. We are speaking as we need to speak here. No one is controlling this microphone. Actually, the funny thing about this group of voices, myself and others included, is how much money they have spent to combat what these mics say. They try to prevent what's coming over these airwaves. They try to prevent y'all from being in productive spaces. How many of y'all been in a positive space and all of a sudden glitches are happening? people can't hear somebody else on the space. When you're building, it ain't all of that bickering, talking over each other, but y'all actually in there building. All of a sudden, we've seen it happen. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of the grassroots dictating the narrative. And so we won't let you forget that just 2 years ago, the very same people talking about medical freedom every chance they get was the very same people taking away Americans' medical freedom. So much so you saw people lined up, people masked up. You can go back and look at videos from 2 years ago. If that thing has your memory so cloudy, just ask yourself why everybody has masks on. Because you had to stay indoors. Because you didn't want to get your grandma sick. Because your peoples might die if you just go around and without the shot. Oh, that reason Islam something terrible. He over here trying to make black folk disappear off the planet with all that stuff he talking. Kyrie Irving, what's wrong with you? Now, if they want to take your money away for you not wanting to take that, now, I don't think it's right for you not to take it, and the rest of us is just going to go ahead and stick our arm out and take it. Just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. Are you serious? Yeah, stupid. I don't understand. And then this idiot Plies. And all over the place, right? They call me. Now, this is the thing about him. The thing he keep doing is black men this and black men that, and black and brown man. All of a sudden, it's black and brown man. Like, Plies, dude. Since when is black and brown in your vernacular? Black and brown? If that he's really mailing it in at this point. Just say the DNC is cutting your checks. You're reading the script now, and the stuff he be posting don't even make sense. It's like, man, as they said, don't worry, Plies, the smart people are just going to look at your stuff and be like, but I mean, let's be clear, Plies. Most of your people are around your intelligence level, man. I mean, you might be smart, but you talk like an idiot. So it sounds like, this is who you relate to. People that actually can't formulate a string together sentences without implementing cuss words every other 2 seconds or every other word. If you've noticed, somebody must have gotten in touch with him, and said, if you can just tone back the cuss words a bit. Because if you notice his later videos have less cuss words, clearly somebody told him. It's like, like I said, he is phoning it in. And then let that be an insult to y'all black folks. I mean, they say we ain't even got to spend no money in the booties to the poll. Let's just spend money on loudmouth idiots from Florida. What's that about? Good grief. But something else that happened. Because something we also have to remember. This guy or this woman is not the original candidate. Let me get this in here. I gotta show y'all something. I saw this, I cracked up. I'm like, there's just things that you see and you're wondering. Obviously, I don't believe Joe Biden. Of course, he didn't want to quit, although he got one foot in the grave. But I believe even more so, Jill Biden. Jill Biden didn't want to quit. So much so that I guess she said, before I get out of here, I'm going to start sitting in on these cabinet meetings. Look at this.
The fact that sometimes the White House, in her words, surprises you. And for somebody who has worked on women's health issues for her whole career, frankly, as a teacher, but also as the second lady and now as the first lady, she said one of the things that struck her the most was the inequities in medical research, funding for medical research for women. So this is an important priority of hers that she had the opportunity to, at this cabinet meeting, to spotlight. And as you had that great interview with her, Peter, talking about the fact that, yes, a burden may have been lifted from her husband's shoulder in one respect, with the end of his campaign, but there's still a lot of work that they both intend to do during their last few months in office here.
Now, who out there think that this might be a little bit of a slight? Ain't women's health? Ain't that supposed to be Kamala's bag? And Jill Biden just went and stunted on her. Did she not? I'm gonna sit at the head of the table while my husband sits over here. Let me see if I can give you that wide shot real quick. I just want y'all to look at this table here. Y'all see where Joe Biden is? Joe Biden is in the middle of the table. She's sitting at the head, and the lady that's right next to her, if you are unfamiliar with that, that's the woman that always kept vetoing the ceasefire. She's the one closest to Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is the one in the middle of the table looking pretty lost. And all of it, this is a whole, look at, this is all about Jill Biden. Is Jill Biden stunting on Kamala? I mean, because if for all intents and purposes, shouldn't this have been Kamala's big moment to be doing something like this? Like, okay, you have some things to do. Well, this is what I'm going to do. Right, but you're there now. People are already asking that question. You're part of this administration now. And she's nowhere near this meeting. Jill Biden sitting at the table, at the head of the table. At the head of the table. Oh, man. Oh, this is classic. This is classic. Don't blame it on us. Your whole party, your party is not getting along right now. This much is clear. Because, I mean, again, this is about women's health and the disparity for women. And so now they're coming out with a women's health bill before Kamala can deliver anything? What? Wow. Mutiny on the bounty, baby. Oh, my goodness. I saw that a little earlier today. I'm like, oh, ow. I'm sure they're going to try to spin this some kind of way, but come on, man. You do this and get all the press there when you know Kamala Harris is in Georgia, giving her super duper long rant about abortion. I guess she's piggybacking off of the long section about abortion from the Oprah interview. So that's pretty much her whole campaign speech today was, she did very well, because that is a topic that she knows hands down. So she was able to give heartfelt speeches about the morality and next speech she's going to be saying it is a righteous deed for a boy. I mean, she's not borderline blaspheming. She's full on blaspheming. Now, I don't understand how people are taking this on. Like, she's telling you to abandon your faith. She's telling you to sacrifice your beliefs. She's telling you that it's immoral to prevent an abortion. I mean, if you can't, this is what selling your soul looks like. And for a lot of Black church folks, this is what it looks like doing it on a grand scheme. So for all of you church folks, for all intents and purposes, if the Lord came back today, what are you going to say to you? Well, we did all of this in your name. No, you were blue no matter who. But they said I was on the right side of history. I told you thou shalt not kill, and you shouldn't even be spilling innocent blood. I hate the innocent bloodshedder. My pastor didn't tell me about that scripture. With that woman that got up there in the revolt thing, and the AKA lady, she got up there and said, my family is part of the starting the AME church. And that first thing that the Lord told you to do was love everybody. Your first job is to love. Well, then go take a look at 3 John. There will be the definition of love. It is that you follow and keep his commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Whoops, got right back to square one. So, I mean, I'm just saying, hey, you guys been at Godspeed. Good for you, I guess. I can't condone it. And that blood ain't on my hands, but more power to you absorbing all of the blood of those slain babies on your own hands. Good for you. You're on the right side of history. I'm just saying. And, and then we have, let's see, what else I got to touch on here. The narrative. Something that people say often, especially the Boule Divine Nine media crowd. It's about, especially the older ones. Our ancestors bled, died for the right to vote. And see, what you don't understand is the power of the vote. And, now America is not where it's supposed to be, but you got to look at how far we have come. In a Christian society, we have condoned gay marriage. We have condoned interracial marriage. We have pride events. We celebrate other cultures' heritage here in this land. We have, in some areas, drag queens reading to kindergartners. Some people have a problem with it and have good sense, and other people don't. Questionable values. Say that. In my opinion. My judgy opinion, I guess. But somehow in 2024, us coming so far, it's still taboo for someone to bring up and talk about Black issues, just like what Steve Harvey said just less than 2 months ago about we need to stop all of this foolishness about what she's going to do for the Black community, because you can't get up in the White House saying you just going to do something only for Black people. But you definitely can get in the White House saying you going to do something for everybody else but Black people. Who does this typically come from? It comes from the Divine Nine crowd. The Divine Nine crowd covers what? Media, church, and politics. That's a lot of covered bases in the Black community. Then you start getting to your community organizations. Most of them are tied to the Divine Nine. See how it's woven? And it's woven to do what? Tell us how far we came. But let's stay with the mindset of it being pre-assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. And that's where they want us to stay. If you notice how when people come around you start talking about our heroes and our icons, they want you to adopt their philosophy that, of course, never had the opportunity of experience, time, and witness to evolve to what it would be today. They want you to say, take what the person who this government and this country saw fit to stifle. Because truth be told, where we are today, that's what the problem is. Because what they want us to do is go back into we shall overcome. Ain't gonna let nobody tell me about. That's what they want. A bunch of spiritual singing Negroes complaining. How you hear Kamala Harris says that it was ingrained in her throughout how you're being treated and injustice not to complain. What was the march on Washington? That's a big complaint. See, people don't understand when you have enemies among you. And these Black folks who have allowed this woman to be elevated as a Black woman, she is now trying to do the identifying with the descendant of slave line. I played that right here on my last broadcast. It makes no sense. And folks up here like, man, y'all need to just go ahead and go with it. No, we don't. No, we don't. And I'm sorry, like I said, I can't willfully get down with this lying business. And honestly, be real about this. Everybody keep talking about how qualified she is. If she's so qualified, then put it up for a vote. but you stole that from the American people and then called the person who actually is a voted in opponent and called them the threat to democracy. And you got these folks literally just following along with that line like, man, if y'all can't understand, you need to vote for this woman. You're all crazy. When I seen carloads of sheeple lined up to get branded, the pool of people that I would ever take any advice from got extremely small. In your car like sheep, getting something that this government decided to give you for free. And anybody that talked against it got censored by the very same people you're saying are trying to prevent democracy or trying to preserve democracy and prevent us from being under a dictatorship. Aren't we already there? It took a minute for the country to reopen. Anybody remember this? They talk about how the mismanagement of the pandemic, man, the mismanagement. What about the mismanagement of the reopening of the country? Notice there's a reason why nobody's bringing it up. Because it was a gross mismanagement of the reemergence of the country. But there was some growth. Why? Thanks to the red states that told these idiot Democrats, screw you, we're not closing. Salute to them. Because right now there's a lot of businesses that are packing up and going to those states. This is a reality, not an emotion. These people really want you to get like bogged down with identifying like it's a we thing. And no, it's no we. They're politicians. There's no we. I mean, okay, I played this first one. Let me play this again. I just want you to hear. This is how a person supposedly answers.
What would be specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. My background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of the American people.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this. Might have mentioned this in the video I did yesterday. $20 million to get out the vote. Like they couldn't do something for black folks with $20 million. Oh, Yalis Cadence, I see you in the building. Salute to you. Oh, Yalis Cadence. Thank you for being a moderator, too. Salute to you, my good sister, Black First. And Black women stand up in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being in here. Yes, yes, yes. Black First. And we got our brother, Dark Skin Brother, in the building. Salute, Dark Skin Brother. Always a pleasure to have you in the building. And thank you for being a member 2 times over. And always thank you for being a moderator, my good brother. I appreciate it. All right. I think I got y'all. All right. And we got Crew Reality in the building too. Yes, indeed. Black first, black first, black first. How does anyone take her seriously? Good question, my good brother. I wish I knew. Man, salute to you. Thank you for being a member as well. And we got our good sister Miriam in the building. Hey, family, I made it. Thank you for being here, my good sister. And thank you for being a moderator and everything that you do here in these new Black media grassroots streets. Salute to you, my good sister. Thank you. Now, get that out of here. So on the fair side of the game, we hear a lot of words salad, and then we hear a lot of people say, "Well, you guys are Trump supporters and this and that." No, why we are so hard at the Democrats is because we are as a vanguard of defense to Black folks, to Black Americans, to our lineage, our heritage here. We are running security because what has happened for far too long is we have allowed outsiders to dictate what our future should be. And we saying no more. So there's guards at the gate now. We've allowed people to come run amok. And so with that being said, we have put up our own gate. Flies, you are an idiot, because here you are again saying, that man, I don't understand. He ain't asking for your vote. He ain't asking for your vote. He ain't asking for your vote. But they keep talking about what Black male voters are talking about. The economy and what? Immigration. So let me just play you a couple clips of the Democrat opposition, which would be Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. So I guess let's start with J.D. Vance, shall we?
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with Politico. Question for you about the Haitian migrants in Springfield. So I know you've talked a lot about how we need to deport illegal aliens, but I wanted to ask you, the majority of the Haitians in Springfield came under TPS, so they are here legally. And I know you've expressed a lot of your issues with the TPS program and wanting to change that under a Trump-Vance administration. But I guess my question for you is, if you become the vice president under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And here's now, the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used 2 separate programs, mass parole and temporary protective status. She used 2 programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works.
And so when they keep telling you about, well, and Donald Trump got in the way of the strongest reform. No, he did not. You did. Number one, that's why I always play the Red Witch, telling you day one what the orders from the top were from the Biden-Harris administration to immediately halt deportations. And then I played you the other day the video of, and that's what I played yesterday, the video of the man telling you that this Biden-Harris administration that you now want to be Harris false literally had FBI lying to the American people, had Homeland Security lying that you weren't putting Americans at risk, letting over terrorists, and people are in danger. But it's part of the agenda, because never forget, man, never freaking forget. And we ain't gonna let you do it here, baby, because this is the grassroots. This is the real media, the voices of new Black media. And we ain't never gonna let you forget this.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Well, I guess they knew they would. Ain't that what that say? And so with that being said, let's go to, you know, you always give her the economic question, which I was raised in middle class and middle class home, and I was from a middle class, and so it was middle class. All right, check this out.
How are you going to bring down the cost of food and groceries?
Good, very good. Thank you. So we have to start always with energy, always. I don't want to be boring about it, but there's no bigger subject. It covers everything. If you make donuts, if you make cars, whatever you make, energy is a big deal, and we're going to get that. It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, we've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50. Interest rates are going to follow, and actually they're going to follow for another reason. The economy is now not good, and interest rates, you'll see they'll do the rate cut and all the political stuff tomorrow, I think. And, you know, will he do a half a point? Will he do a quarter of a point? But the reason is because the economy is not good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. But we're going to get interest rates down, and we got to work with our farmers. Our farmers are being decimated right now. They're being absolutely decimated. And, you know, one of the reasons is we allow a lot of farm product into our country, and we're going to have to be a little bit like other countries. We're not going to allow so much we're going to let our farmers go to work. Interest rates, energy, and common sense. A lot of it's common sense. Everything.
Of living.
Yeah. First of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that.
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with
What? What was she talking about? Oh, man, you guys are just wanting too much from her. Are you kidding? Because here's the other thing. She lies as well as word salad. She'll just come out and tell a flat out lie like this.
I come from a long line of tough, trailblazing and phenomenal women. My grandmother would go into villages in India and because she was Indian and lived in India, and she would go to the villages in India. It was a famous story in our family. My grandfather would say she was going to be the end of his career. But my grandmother would go into the villages with a bullhorn, talking with the women about the need to have access to reproductive health care.
your grandmother went through the streets of India with a megaphone, with a bullhorn, talking about the importance of baby deletion in India in those times, where they be lighting they women up right now. And one thing that y'all don't know about India, maybe some people do, maybe y'all do know, half India, if not more, is Muslim. So you have Muslims and Hindus living in that area. So, and ain't neither one of them no matriarchal societies by any stretch of the imagination. That's all. Black women, don't let these feminists get y'all fooled. Black women having the heart. Oh, no, the hell you don't. Yeah. Get over there and see how they really living. Well, don't let these feminists fool you. Y'all get treated a lot better than them women. They get out there, see one woman getting beat in the streets, they all join in. Totally different culture. You better respect where you at. But with that being said, you know, there were things that people said, and I always take that with a grain of salt. But you know, when they always be talking about Kamala Harris, kind of sound like she be drinking or be drunk. I didn't really give too much to that until I saw this. And this kind of like, oh, maybe there's a little something to that.
The CBC has always had a vision for the future of our nation, a future where we can see what is possible unburdened by what has been, a future where we fulfill the promise of America, a promise of freedom, opportunity, and justice, not just for some, but for all.
And CBC.
The CBC has always...
Maybe it's just me.
The CBC has always had a vision for the future of our nation, a future where we can see what is possible unburdened by what has been, a future...
Boy, that unburdened by what has been is a beast, ain't it? I'm burdened by what has been. Okay, the CBC. Now, that's not true at all. CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus ain't no friend of black folk. And when they get a chance to get over on black folks, then they will. And they have. Let's get this other one in here. So, the money that they're spending on ads is outrageous. Outrageous. However, the tailor-made media events also are pretty freaking outrageous because no one's asking tough questions and they're keep letting her go run away from her flip-flopping. Like, again, this, like, her whole stance is changed. Well, actually, I would like to know how her stance has changed from this.
Responsible behaviors among everybody in the community, and just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible and safe in the way you conduct your affairs.
Have you heard from...
And for this campaign,
Kamala Harris, gun ownership. I and Tim Walz are both gun owners. We will not take anybody's guns away. We also need to have reasonable gun safety laws. I believe that we need an assault weapons ban. We need universal background checks. We need red flag laws. We can support the Second Amendment, as I do, and also agree that we need some reasonable laws. I mean, if you talk to A lot of people in our country who have sadly, from kindergarten through 12th grade, have to go through active shooter drills and worry about whether when they're sitting in class and should be learning and taking advantage of the wonders of the world, and some part of their mind is worried about somebody busting through the door of the classroom with a gun. I think we should agree. We don't want our kids, we don't want anyone to live with that kind of fear, and there are things we can do about it.
So now she's a gun owner. She's gonna blast on you if you come up in her house wrong. It's just getting out of hand, man. Oh, let's see. I got to get some things in here for you. Hold on. Let me set it on up here. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, okay. Because there's some things. Let's see, where do I got to go first? Oh, real quick side note. Yeah, I'll get there. We aren't gonna make that detour right now because that might be going down a rabbit hole. But let me get this because there's something else that popped up today. But this is the weekly wrap up, so we got to touch a few topics here. The hell did that just go? Oh, here it is. But another part from last night was I guess Oprah was kind of setting up. This is what's really crazy. This is a set up event. We do not need to be handing anyone no participation trophy. We need some 55 plus events with Trump, and these are canned events. You even got JD Vance answering questions off the cuff. Come on, man. But we're doing studio interviews and stuff like this.
Several people that I got the check, he gave us the check, and so therefore, forget about everything else. It's about the checks.
Well, what he doesn't know is that Congress actually paid for the check and the American people paid for it. 45 just signed it, so. Yeah. Okay. Look, there's a...
So what do you want to say to that kind of thinking? Because a lot of people feel that way.
We're not a monolith. You can have your viewpoint and views for where you believe, but I think if I have the choice to go into someone to make the best decision for my family, I don't want someone who has 34 convictions. I don't want someone who is going to choose hate over choosing the best possible way to unite us as a country. And so I see Vice President Harris as being the best person to do that.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
The canned answers are a monster, man. And that's what we're looking at. Canned responses, canned answers. So, what people don't know is that was Congress. No, it wasn't. It was all parties involved because you know what? The president has vetoing power. And so it had to go across his desk for it to be signed, or it could have never went out. And people, you guys don't understand how civics works. Bottom line then, did he have to sign it for it to take effect or not? If he had to sign it for it to take effect or not, he was acting president. I've never heard anybody ever say that any acting president wasn't responsible for the bill that they signed into law. But now, but people don't understand, where people don't know, yeah, we know. But see, here's the thing. Well, Congress did it. And Congress, wow. So Congress has the power to do that, and the president has the power to veto it, but the president all of a sudden doesn't have an executive pen for reparations. Let's put it back in Congress' hands. Well, they want it every which way they want at the moment. None of it equals right. These folks are amazing. Amazing. So let me go. We're gonna have to get on these so-called these liaticians' tops. Let's see. No. Yeah, we're gonna come to that in a minute. Let's go. Let me see if this is what I need. Bear with second, family. Okay. The beginning of this question. Let me see. I believe this was the message to the undecided. This is what she has to say. And this is supposed to be coherent.
We love our country. I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody is here right now. We take pride in the privilege of being in a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's consider about who we are. We are mystic people. Americans are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being, because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are, which includes freedom to make decisions about your own body, freedom to be safe from gun violence, freedom to have access to the ballot box, freedom to be who you are and just be, to love who you love openly and with pride, freedom to just be. And that's who we are. We believe in all that. And so this is a moment where we stand knowing what we are fighting for. We're not fighting against. It's what we're fighting for.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Vice President.
I can go anywhere. I can do anything. Take a look. It's in a book, the reading rainbow. Did she just give you a reading rainbow rant? The whole first part of that is from the reading rainbow. Who's she? Kid Gravity, are you in here? Good grief. Hold on, man. Wait.
Which is we are, as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that.
Believe in yourselves. That's like also, she messed Reading Rainbow and the graduation song into one. And then she up here like she really saying something to folks. Believe in yourself. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, talking to them like they children. Man, I'm like having to go back in my memory like, wait. This sounds familiar. She's talking to them like they children because he's using children programming as a talking point. This is crazy. Oh, man. This is brutal, man. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Oh, okay. So I can see X in the chat. So I can see I'm starting to see the X chats come in. So that's cool. Oh boy, man. That's hilarious, man. Sizzle of Capleton. Yeah, 400. Come on over here to the YouTube channel if you have not already, man. Come on over here and subscribe. And come join the festivities over here in this chat. Because you'll see a lot more going on in this chat. Wow. I heard that. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? Take a look. It's in a book. Okay, we got I'm looking for this. Is this it? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, no, that's the same thing. No, not what I was looking for. No. Bear with me one second. I'm gonna find the right clip. Maybe this is it. No, not the one I was looking for right now. Let's see. Okay, so it must be this joker here. Okay, so hold on. So they've been doing this major push with the eugenics movement, and so now they're getting into the part where they're starting to tug on the heartstrings of the people. And when I was 12-year-old, my uncle was, or stepfather was essaying, and then I took my first pregnancy test and I was pregnant. I had options. But what if all the girls that don't have options? And so then they'll tell you another story about this woman who was a nurse, single mother, who found herself pregnant again. Kind of ironic that it's a nurse that didn't understand pregnancy prevention, but no judgment. She found out she was pregnant and lived in the state of Georgia, and then went to North Carolina to go get treated for her condition, being in the motherly way, that is. And so as a method of birth control, she went to the doctor and I guess got stuck in traffic, and so she missed her appointment. But what they did give her was the some deletion medicine, and they gave her they gave her the deletion medicine, and I guess things started commencing, but there were still body parts left in her that hadn't all cycled out of her body, and she ended up getting sepsis and ended up, in short, passing from the condition of her birth control method gone awry. And now they're going to say that this has something to do with Trump. This is an insane tie-in, but they have the family up there that want to come and tell you about how this is Donald Trump's fault. Yeah. Well, let's let it rip.
Net and older sisters CJ and Andrika are here, and they wanted to be here tonight to speak out for the first time. Ms. Jeanette, what do you want us to know about Amber's story?
Initially, I did not want the public to know my pain. I wanted to go through in silence, but I realized that it was selfish. I want y'all to know Amber was not a statistic. She was loved by a family, a strong family.
I would not be responsible by letting that one just slide. The mother said, I had to share this story because I realized I was being selfish. But the reason you're here talking about your daughter is because she was selfish. We're in 2024. Don't tell me about, what about the life of the baby and all of this. This was a birth control situation. This was convenient for her. Not health related. The baby was healthy. She was healthy. Good to go. So, yeah. Anyway.
And we would have done whatever to get my baby, our baby, the help that she needed. When ProPublica came to my home, I pushed them away. No, but Kavithia, she was persistent. She said, it was something that you needed to know. You have to hear me. Women around the world, people around the world need to know that this was preventable. 2 years later, after speaking with my daughters, because I lost strength, I lost hope, you're looking at a mother that is broken. Mm-hmm. The worst pain ever that a mother, that a parent could ever feel.
I absolutely can sympathize with that. But there is a thing in this life of adult life called responsibility. And to make this tear-jerking scene a moment about anyone else's responsibility but that individual making her own decision to do what she did. Got a bad result. There's no do-overs in life. Two lives burnt out for one person's actions. Stop trying to twist the logic. No one else is responsible but her and the person that she made that kid with and the decision she chose as a method of birth control. to sit up here and say, let's keep promoting deletion versus promoting life and responsible behavior. No. Because we do see what's promoted in certain areas, especially Atlanta. So we encourage all of this wild, reckless behavior. Let's be sexually reckless, and let's use this as a method to own our bodies. Stop crying to America because she owned her body. That is the power of choice. As harsh as it sounds, as reality sucks, you know now that men can't have babies because no mother is going through this over her son, who is now a woman, losing a kid and losing their own life trying to delete one. Sounds like a pretty freaking exclusive club, but Black women, you were supposed to sit over here and lay down. And if you said anything against these folks, by this same administration, even you were hateful. You were xenophobic. But now let's play the violin and call women women again. And why are you a woman now? Because we want you to delete your baby. Cry me a river. But even Satan can play the tune to make the crowd cry. Just the bearer of the truth here this evening. Just the bearer of the truth. Certified at that. Salute to my brother Black Alpha Network. I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. And I know folks don't like that. Let's see, is this the other part I need to play? Oh, no, not that. Where's the damn, is this it? Bear with me, sir. Bear with me. Ah, there it is. There it is. And so this is the big, the big to do today. Is this one here?
You have guns. No, at the debate. At the debate,
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But it's okay to come take your guns, though, because, I mean, if anybody come in my house, they getting shot.
Among everybody in the community, and just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible and safe in the way you conduct your affairs.
Have you heard from...
We gonna come in your crib and we gonna check your stuff and we gonna come get that gun out your hand. As long as you're Black. The white kids will leave you with your AR-15 and your note and your mass deletion threats at school, and no harm, no foul, because we don't want to ruin little Jimmy's life. So let's go ahead and leave him with his AR-15 and head on to school, buddy. I mean, am I missing something here? And then, yeah, see, let's get to this little ditty here. Yeah. Her going on and going nowhere. And here's the longer version of that. Actually, yeah, let me play this real quick. In here?
To suggest you're either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. I'm in favor of the Second Amendment, and I'm in favor of assault weapons bans, universal background checks, red flag laws. And these are just...
Notice that. This right here. Peep this.
Red flag laws. And these are just common sense. These are just common sense.
I thought it was so powerful at the convention when you said you have guns. No, at the debate. At the debate,
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that. But my staff will deal with that later.
Yeah. But you have been a gun owner for a while.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
But here's my point, Oprah, is that I'm not trying to take everyone's guns away. I believe in the Second Amendment.
But if they come in my house, they getting shot. Because Kamala's staying on business. That's right, Jack. You come over here to Kamala's house. Kamala gonna lay you down. Because let me tell you one thing. Kamala Harris is not effing around. Job, sucker. I'm Kamala Harris and I stand on business. Nobody better not ever come. It's gonna be before too long, family. Don't. I may be exaggerating now, but I might be real tomorrow. Don't put it past this woman. Oh, they better not. Okay. All right. So let's see, because we sorry, Tethers, but it's a nice broadcast. And we're coming down your lane, baby. So, but before we get to you, we still have a little more to do.
Lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. This includes Georgia.
I could have sworn these abortion bans were voted on. Am I missing something? Am I incorrect, chat? Were any of these so-called abortion bans? Were any of these bans put in without a vote of the people? I just want to know that much. Is that the case? Does anybody know, family? Can you let me know in the chat? Because I didn't think so.
Think about that when you also combine that with what we know has been long-standing neglect around an issue like maternal mortality.
Oh, boy.
Think about that. When you compound that with what has been long-standing neglect of women in communities with a lack of the adequate resources they need for health care, prenatal, during their pregnancy, postpartum. Think about that. And these hypocrites want to start talking about this is in the best interest of women and children. Well, where you been? Where you been when it comes to taking care of the women and children of America? Where you been? How dare they? How dare they?
Where that ass was at? Where they at? Where was you?
Think about that. And these hypocrites, prenatal, during their pregnancy, postpartum. Think about that. And these hypocrites want to start talking about this in the best interest of women and children. Well, where you been? Where you been when it comes to taking care of the women and children of America?
Says the woman with no children. Where you been? Well, they got hype this because this is what she knows. She knows abortion. She is a strong abortion candidate. That's where the buck stops. She had to spend all her whole stop today was about abortion. This was literally the abortion tour pickup. Like, good grief.
Where you been?
Where you been at?
How dare they? How dare they?
Tell them, Auntie. You tell them, Auntie Cam. Now, what you going to Atlanta, so you got to put a little extra sass on it. Where was you? Stop. Who is in her campaign to keep telling her do this? And then turn around. Y'all worried about how she talk. Of course she code switches. Stop it. Being in Atlanta don't have you doing that. Cut it out. I'm going to go to Atlanta and get off the plane saying, Shawty. That's right, Shawty. I'm going to get off the plane. Hey, Shawty, I'm in the airport. Shawty. Stop. Where they at, Shawty? I'm going to New Orleans. Hey, baby. Oh, I guess you don't know anything about Black culture. Oh. I seen this immigrant-looking woman on talking about, we Louisiana Creole. And I got a bunch of idiots in it. Are you Creole? Who are you used to seeing? How many red, what do you think red bone come from? I'm a red bone with jet black hair. The hell do you think I am? Cherokee Creole from Arkansas. If you didn't know who those people were, you could go back to your hidden colors. I think maybe around when they talking about, those Seminole Wars. Actually, that might be some of the newer projects. Talking about the Seminole Wars, because the Seminole and Cherokees linked up together, and after that third war, went south around and came up the Mississippi. That's why you got so many Cherokee Creole folk around that part, around the Delta. So to sit up here and ask somebody who hails from these people what I know about what we look like, I know we don't look like that. And I have often spoke on this broadcast about the released, the freed slaves from the French freed slaves. Of course, because they live here in America. And, well, they got Caribbean roots. Those people are foundational Black Americans too, stupid, because they were here at the foundation of this country. So, yeah, because they were brought here as slaves, but they've only been in America. And they didn't marry outside of Americans. So by now, all of the people with Caribbean ancestry, we are foundational Black Americans. So they're like, you ain't got tired of Haiti. People got tired of Haiti. People got tired. That's how a lot of Black folks in the South own land. Little known fact. But guess what? You're talking about freed slaves. Where you think these freed French folks went? Like, Jesus. This woman is actually saying, we Louisiana Creoles, we were never slaves. That's hogwash. Yes, the hell you were. You were free before American slaves, true indeed. But come on here with that brand new talk. Man, and now I'm looking at this woman. There are certain features that all of us have, family. And you ain't going to be able to come around us with them Nigerian squinty ass eyes talking about you a Creole. No, baby, it don't work like that because we don't look like that. You ain't got these big old sheep lamps. You ain't one of us. Knock it off. Weirdos. Try to rewrite American history. There was one sister that totally crashed out because she didn't understand that part of American history. There's no immigrants in my lineage. I didn't say nothing about no immigrants because the country didn't exist the time they were here. But that's not right. It is. Some of the family in the chat are descendants of the exact same thing. So I mean, good grief. Yeah, man. This is American history for you. Because at the founding of this country, they were here. Like, where the hell would a runaway slave go? Is he going to run away to another plantation? No, he's headed for the water and headed for the Indians that's friendly to Negroes. That's what kills me about everybody else coming here. You came here willfully as an immigrant. There's nobody in their right mind that could have left this country would have stayed on the plantation. So the whole we're the same and our place the same. No, the hell we ain't. Oh, no, we not. Well, y'all kind of migrated from the South. We are Americans moving from one piece of land in America to another piece of land in America is not a migration. We just moved. And they moving countries. You leaving countries and family behind. We don't need a passport to see our relatives. I don't need a passport to see my relatives, do y'all? I mean, for the ones that live in the country, but you know, shoot, for the ones that ain't, they in the military anyway. So yeah, you get here if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You see, we getting out here thinking it's easy to lie on our lineage. It is not. How you gonna lie on a group of people that have been here? And in anybody, if you're an immigrant, you know one thing for a fact. This group of people have been here for 400 years, and this is a well-established, documented time frame. Y'all can't even say that. The British, the Dutch, and French, and Portuguese, and Spanish, and blue, all through y'all stuff. You ain't got no 400-year stretch like we do. And then come over here. You guys don't know about your culture. You kidding? Hey, Jay Warner, be quiet. What's your birthday? What's your birthday? It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. What's your birthday? What's your birthday? It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. Oh, no, New Year's Day. It's New Year's Day. The big birthday parties go off. Well, they lighting extra candles on the cake. You hear all the fireworks going on. Boom, 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 boom. They over there celebrating birthdays. Go, 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 shawty. It's your birthday. Everybody else is singing Old Lang Syne. They're going to be singing We in the Club. You can find me in the club. Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna deal with some tether business. But before we do, because I'm gonna have to make a quick detour for a Democratic shield that did some interesting things and ended up catching a little bit of news for himself. And you know, it's funny too, because it happens right when that big weirdo nut from the big potato looking coon from he's running for governor out there, Mark something. Mark Robinson, is that his name? That idiot. I'm a black announcer. Oh, I ain't saying none of it. Hey, I could do all of it. You got stuff from 8 years ago, dude. Oh man, they can do any type of thing. Yeah, I guess. He ain't dropping out the race. He's the one that said black folks don't need no reparations. They need to be paying reparations. Egregious coon. But yeah, I guess he said he indulges in trans porn. He enjoys watching that with his good conservative values, living his truth. But if you guys know anything about the Cool Kids Club and their little black minions, if you ever see how their little artwork works, it's pretty fitting for what he just said. He's a black Nazi. He thinks and favors black folks being back in slavery. Like, oh yeah, you're part of the Cool Kids Club. You're one of their little play toys. So if you guys ever want to know, that's Cool Kids Club with all words starting with a K. If you look up that artwork, you'll be like, oh, then you'll see that it's a lot of sus artwork that comes up because that's what they're into. Oh, you know what? The best way I could describe it is what Tariq Nasheed put out in his film called Buck Breaking. But before we get to that buck broken, well, we're not getting to him at all, but aside from the right wing butt broken moron, here is a left wing, and I can't really necessarily call him buck broken because he was trying to get his buck on, as it turns out. Now, he might say that, well, she was doing something nefarious and she's misconstruing my text messages when I inboxed her. But I mean, I wasn't trying to get at her when I hit her in the DMs. But and the kissing emoji. Oh, but no, but hey, family, y'all look for yourself. Michael Eric Dyson had found himself in a little pickle because if you guys didn't know, that brother is actually married. But let's take a look at a video that, fortunately, I had time to kind of do a little bit of editing today, so enjoy.
I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
exploit the situation. This is the text exchange. I sent her, Abby Phillip, the host of the show, suggested we take pictures. I said, let's take a picture. She said, Abby said, when you post it, then tag me too, and then we'll have fun. Because the whole point was two bipolar opposites. Michael Eric Dyson on one side, Nancy Mace on the other. So I sent her and she said, great pick. And I said, shh, don't tell anybody. We look good together, with a laughing face and a kissy face. And my point was, shh, don't tell anybody, because we are bipolar opposites. You're on one side of the spectrum and I'm on the other side of the spectrum. And she said, ha, 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 ha. And I said, well, your gorgeousness makes the photo, so there's that. And a little smiley face. Again, I'm just saying that trying to be nice to her in the belief and the effort that if I'm nice to her and I prove that we don't have any bitter consequences from our fracas on television, that we can be relatively kind to each other, and I'm being nice to her. There's no hitting on you. I said, by the way, I've spoken twice at the Citadel. She said, oh, that's awesome, and sent 3 American flags, and I hit the exclamation point. She put a heart on the, well, your gorgeousness makes the photo, so there's that. Then she removed the heart two days later because she knew she was up to some mayhem. I ain't tried to hit on this woman on no day.
Sure, Mike. Sure. Sure. If your wife buys it, good for you. Well, that brother was doing some save his marriage explaining, wasn't he? And see, this is the road I got to take. See, she was doing something nefarious. Now I knew, oh, she was up to some old temptress trickery in her own DMs. Okay. You know, I just wanted to show the world that we could be civil after the. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know, Sility, they have said that there's been some issues out there. Yeah, allegations and maybe babies. I've heard that one in the wind. True indeed. Cornel West threatened his wife because she was working on the Trump campaign. Trump campaign, he said he will send her back to her country. Michael Eric Dyson ain't even married to an American. Because I will say that she's definitely on the ultra bright side, but I wasn't sure what she actually was. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. But oh well. Move I said Michael Eric Dyson is a word salad maestro. Facts. Most definitely. Miriam said, Ninja, please. Clown is explaining. That's I'm like, yeah, Is he splaining? Because that's how. Okay, so black woman in the mix. Man, I was going to take the picture and Abby Phillips, and so then we're going to have some fun. And brother, it's not sounding better. You're taking a picture and then you and Abby Phillips and what, her are going to have some fun? Well, you should have thought this one out a little clearer, brother. But I guess you had to get that one out there quick. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, player. I wasn't trying to hit on her. All right. Certainly. Thank you, Moon Rise. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Salute to you. Thank you so much. EJ, what's going on, brother? All his life he's been explaining. He's used to it. Oh, I remember when he was going through it with Bill Cosby. Dr. Cosby was on his top. It was hilarious. Derek Parker, what's going on, brother? I see you in the house. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, he out there he started to do his roller tactics now. Oh, it's getting bad out here, ain't it? Like, share, subscribe, and support. Thank you, Tia, to you. Salute to you for being here as well and being a moderator in these new Black media streets. Salute to you, my good sister Black First. And Sizzler Capleton in the building as well. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for being here. Uh-huh. All right, we got Nightbot on deck too. Nightbot is hard at work. Yes. What that dude was playing in. Now, here's a little piece I wanted to play for y'all a little while ago. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it like this. I'm here adding
of Africans enslaved. If you elected president, would you sign that bill if it came across your desk?
When I am elected president, I will sign that bill.
Y'all should be able to hear it. Yeah, let's hear that one more time.
But in the area of reparations for descendants of Africans enslaved, if you elected president, would you sign that bill if it came across your desk?
When I am elected president, I will sign that bill.
Uh-huh. But here's the other Democrat. So remember how it all plays out, family. And this is
course, voted to define an eligible person to receive reparations as an individual being an African-American descendant of a chattel enslaved person or the descendant of a free Black person living in the U.S. prior to the end of the 19th century. That went against some advocates who called for reparations for all Black Californians. Do you believe, though, that the task force got it right?
So I voted against that. I'm one of the four that did not agree with that. I partially agree that we need to start with the descendants of slaves and people who experienced that. And that justifies why we have to have reparations. After that, whether you came in here on a slave ship or a cruise ship, every African-American right now is experiencing racial segregation and poverty and all those ills. And it has not stopped. So we need to go a little bit deeper and further than just that. And hopefully we will continue to have that discussion. We're going to get more African-Americans involved in the discussion because it was a small segment of the population that got involved that helped to reach to that conclusion. I believe once you get all of African Americans in California involved in the discussion, we'll come with a more robust way of distributing and making sure that everyone is taken care of.
You see this fella right here? He proud and happy to be screwing over other black folks right now. I'm gonna mock you. Can't say on YouTube what I would like to say. But I'm sure some of y'all would probably have a few choice words of your own for this sorry POS right here.
I partially agree that we need to start with the descendants of slaves and people who experienced that. And that justifies why we have to have reparations. After that, whether you came in here on a slave ship or a cruise ship, every African-American right now is experiencing racial segregation.
No, sir. And this, again, see, remember what Kamala was talking about when they asked her about reparations, when she's talking to the MB, the National Black Journalist. Well, we'll send it over to Congress, right? Send it over to Congress. That's what Congress had, because that's where the bill gonna go to die. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even think so. So, and here's the thing: it's all of these. They're trying to cram in these immigrants, and they're employing these people. Don't think these people are doing this. Just they got the notion to come over here, and I knew something was awry years ago, and I hopped in one of these spaces because at the time there were people holding spaces that did not understand the Africans and all of these Caribbeans angles. So before things got too much in the wave of hating on people and clashing of cultures, I wanted to get on the stage because I kept seeing the same wreck happening, and it was not getting to the meat of the matter and the true meaning and the true reason why we kept seeing these tethers popping out the woodwork was not coming to the forefront. And I hopped on that stage and was like, because I wanted to ask this African a question. Why are you lying to these people about why you keep coming and all of y'all keep coming to these spaces? What do you mean? Stop lying. This is all about our reparations. You know what his response to me was? Well, what are you going to do with that 17 trillion? You guys are just going to keep it to yourselves? Immediate response. All of this crashing out I was witnessing, they know exactly what the issue is. It was not, you guys hate us, and you guys, that's why they stay still coming these. I have a question. What do you say? And I've been listening to what you say, and I am in agreement with a lot of what you say as FBA. Now, but I have a question. I have a question. When you say FBA, you mean Foundational Black American. Do you now say when you Foundational Black Americans get reparations that you only should get reparations? Yes. Well, see, I disagree with that. Why do you disagree? Well, see, because we all you understand the intercontinental slave trade, and see, it wasn't just Americans. See, you Americans just only think it's you, and everybody had slaves. And so what you Americans don't understand is that You owe Africa. You owe Africa. Man, get the hell out of here. And then they go into their whole spiel about how we owing them. No, we don't. Go holler at them white folks. And go holler at them Asians that's putting boots up your ass and whooping your backs over there. Go holler at them folks. Hell up out our face. Trying to stick your hand in our pocket. And that's all that was. That's literally why I came up with hands off of our reparations. Because this is how they came. And that from that moment on, the conversation stopped being from, oh, it's all about you guys hating Africans, to everybody combating lineage-based reparations. Because I caught that from the start. It's like, that's why they're here. All of this that you see coming from the Democrats is all about circumventing reparations. So I would hope that the people who take this lightly stop taking it lightly. This is serious business. They really are concerned. And with this Haitian thing, let this be a lesson to everybody. Hey, Tethers, white people can tell the difference between Haitians and foundational Black American freedmen. That's one thing that's coming out to the surface, is it not? They know the difference between who's who. And they're like, dang, y'all can't drive. Y'all need to get the hell up out of here. These folks running into businesses and stuff. It's like, damn, do they not? I guess it's that poor as you never been around the car and lost your mind, hop behind the wheel. It's like, whoa! Crash. People out here getting hit and run. There's so much going on out here. It's terrible. Terrible. So with that being said, salute to Brother Tariq Nasheed for finding this. Because like I said, these tethers are paid, man. I hope y'all understand what we've been trying to warn y'all about. Like I say, all of these funding partners of JAM. I said that Nigerian woman wasn't getting all that damn money, but she's there as kind of the point person for all of the infiltrators and all of the dusty musty tethers that are always trying to circumvent us getting reparations. So here again, like I said, shout out to Brother Tariq Nasheed for posting this up on his X page. This cat tried to show up at a reparations rally. Clearly he's a tether. Well, you can tell by his haircut, he ain't foundation Black America. He and also he comes in with the zesty spirit. So he comes in to troll real life. And I'm really glad at this brother's energy, and I want to see more of this. You understand me?
But I'm sorry.
How many people have you heard do that? So I have a question. I just came up on stage. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know who you are. I don't know what everything is around here, but I just felt compelled with 1,000 people in this space that I'm going to come off my mic and request to speak. Hey, I'm here. So can you inform me on like what you're talking about? Well, first, where are you from? Are you a Caucasian? No, dude, I'm not Caucasian, man. I'm a Black dude. Like, where's your family from? Oh, well, my family's from like Michigan. Because they really trying to hide their accent. Oh, man, I've been here my whole life, man. Well, where's your family from? What do you mean, man? Where's your family? I mean, my family, I just told you, they're from Michigan. No, where's your family really from? Well, I mean, like, what do you mean? I mean, we're my mom's from Kalamazoo and my dad is from Detroit. You go through all of this lying. You're gonna find out, well, you know, my dad was born in like Haiti. And my mom was like born in Senegal. But see, they were here, and so this is where we're from. Okay, stop. So you're a first-generation immigrant. well, I mean, yeah, but you know, I'm still black just like you, and I face all the things that black people face here in America. So why shouldn't I be entitled to reparations? Okay, let's hear if this dude gives anything other than what I just said.
What's going on? But and I am for it. But I just had a question. It's like somebody told me that like the reparations were only going to possibly somebody who was a slave or something else. I don't know. But I don't know if anybody else does, but isn't that like a little divisive? Because if you're not a descendant of a slave, you won't be receiving anything?
Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't play with that. You don't have the right to come in here and fuck with us. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. My people are stuck. Don't fuck with me, you fucking weirdo.
Hey, is that Voltron? Voltron just had to sip the water, huh? It's kind of cloudy, but I believe there's Voltron with the hat. There's Black Voltron Reloaded here. Brother's gonna take a sip of that water on that one. Oh man, I know you had to have all kind of restraint, brother, from reaching over here and picking up. I mean, get your ass out of it. Oh man, but my man over there with it, shut your effing mouth. Props to you, brother. Don't let nobody tell you you said wrong, man. You did not. Thank you. Thank you. From over here, I say thank you. Hear me, sir. I hear his eye. Oh man, it warms my heart to see this type of reaction from our folks.
You don't have the right to come in here and fuck with us. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. My people are stuck. Don't fuck with me, you fucking weirdo. Get your stupid ass out of here. Fucking bitch. I can answer the question. I don't give a fuck, man. You playing with my people. Fuck you.
I ain't mad at that. I'm sorry. I'm simply not mad at that, man. I ain't mad at that at all. Salute to that brother. You know, I know people be like, man, you ain't got to do all that. Yo. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Because here's the point. We can't have nobody, because that's how they do it. And this whole nice thing, this ain't no nice conversation. And you don't let nobody come in there and waste your time like that. So the first thing out of his mouth, I'm glad he did. Shut your effing mouth. Thank you. Don't let these folks speak for us. He ain't got no business picking up no mic. And then come in there, I don't really know what it's talking about. I have no problem with, they need to understand that. You don't come around being disrespectful to us like that. You don't come around being disrespectful about our people's business and affairs. Matter of fact, stay your punk ass at home next time. I'm very, 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 very glad that he did that. Let me tell you something, family. These punk ass Democrats and these BS tethers, let me tell you, man, they ain't got no love for black folks whatsoever. And all they are here to do is kiss immigrants' ass on the backs of blacks. If you don't believe me, let me just say this. The Congressional Black Caucus can, man, they can take a heavy kiss in my ass right now. These pieces of crap have never opened their mouth to speak about all of our black issues. We're like, why ain't they advocating for black folks right now? But oh, whoa, Trump said something about some Haitian immigrants, and here's the Congressional Black Caucus to the freaking rescue to come out here and start caping for immigrants. They pulled together real quick. We all gonna come out here. Man, are you kidding? Man, hell no. And then who you put out here first? Oh, Ilhan Omar. So they're all immigrants. Just pay attention to that. You have a congressional black caucus that is laden with immigrants.
I know as an immigrant what it feels to have a light shined on your community that threatens your very existence as you come into a country seeking safety after you've survived a tremendous journey.
The black caucus is literally a Caribbean caucus. They need to change their name. They do not represent the black people of America. Everything that they can refer to about their story talks about them being immigrants. That is the tie that binds them together. Most definitely does not tether them to us.
Journey. I know what it means for the hopes and aspirations that you have in being welcomed into your new community be dashed. And so I deeply feel for our Haitian immigrants. These are people who have revived and breathed a new life into a community that was desperately seeking change.
No, the hell it wasn't. Do you hear this crap that they're saying? These people over here complaining about your presence, and then you're telling them that they desperately needed them? The hell out of here. These people do not represent me. That's all I can say, and especially not Somaliland promoting woman over here. She trying to make America Somaliland. Damn us.
The kind of ways in which their new employers and their new neighbors describe them is what every immigrant, when they come to this country, wants to be described. That they are hardworking, that they are warm, that they are friendly, that they are excited to be part of this new community that they find themselves.
You understand what she's saying? That we got a bunch of safe ethnic tools who are friendly, meaning you're not going to buck and complain about being mistreated. That's what friendly means. Again, can't say what I would want to say to her point, but I'm sure some of y'all can figure out what I would say. Who else do I have here? Oh, yeah, this one too.
To vigorously and firmly condemn the reprehensible.
Never have you ever seen Ayanna Presley come out for anything concerning Black America. Nothing. But here she is with her shiny bald head to come out here and represent again for something else that ain't black.
Colleagues in Springfield and across the country. Let me be clear. The straight up lie about the Haitian community in Springfield, perpetrated and amplified by Donald J. Trump and James David Vance, is nothing short of racist propaganda. These flagrant lies are deeply offensive. They are disgraceful.
They had to hold the whole racist card until they started talking about immigrants. Why? Because they know black folks are the ones who've been pushing Call It Ice. Again, the power of the grassroots. This is y'all. and they are showing you their hand, and they ask to kiss as well. Well, I say let's show it right back, because these people, you got this much energy and y'all can mobilize behind a group that doesn't have any voting power, but you saw a need and leapt to the rescue. Wow. All of these black, no press conference like this for the Sonya Massey's. No.
Humanizing, and they are outright dangerous. And even though they have been completely debunked by local and state officials, including the Republican governor of Ohio, they continue to be amplified by those who traffic in hate and those who seek to distract from their dangerous and deeply unpopular agenda. In Springfield, Ohio, this rhetoric has ignited a very precarious situation. I'm thinking daily of the thousands of Haitian families who are living in fear, facing harassment and fearing bomb threats. I'm thinking of the children lying awake at night, not knowing if they'll be safe come morning. I'm thinking of parents consumed with worry for the safety of their babies.
Never have you heard Ayanna Pressley talk about Black America this way. I've heard enough. They censored Black America. They want Black Americans to renounce other Black Americans. Do you support the Minister Louis Farrakhan? Well, then you can't be in this position, and you're wrong, and you're anti-Semitic. We hear all of that. And this other part, this here, never forget how they believe we are property of the DNC. And this type of talk lets you know how they view Black folk.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence, because
criminally charged for misinformation as they deemed it. But we've already seen they're deeming things misinformation don't necessarily mean it's actually misinformation. It's just contrary to the point and the truth or the reality that is. They don't want you to hear that part. But let me also hear this. Oh, wait a minute.
To have a consistent narrative about how dangerous and I don't understand why it's so difficult for the press to have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is. And I don't understand why it's so difficult for the press to have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is. The late, great.
You understand what she's saying? Why isn't the media tailor making a pathway for Kamala by forcing a narrative down American public's throat? And for you, Negroes who want to tell the truth and speak your truth and speak your position, you might need to be criminally prosecuted. They say that Trump wants to be a dictator, but all of the dictatorship, Gestapo tactics have came from the Democrats. All of us who have had our stuff messed with over the last couple years has all been done by the Democrats. All censorship, forcing people in one direction or another. That's this current administration's work. What's stopped? What's changed? Well, let me get ready to wrap here. And so there's one last clip that I want to kind of wrap with. I think this might be what I'm looking for. Because when they finished the interview last night, Oprah gave her little diatribe at the end. And I want to take a look at that. That's the other one with that's the abortion lady. So it must be, where we at? Right, where is that damn video? Not that one. Not that one. Must be this. Okay. Let me just make sure that is what I want, and I think it is. Right. Okay. Yeah.
I want to say thank you, Madam Vice President. I also want to say thank you, Joe Taker. Thank you, Joe Taker. Who started the gatherings on Zoom and all of the grassroots. Each of you listening tonight, you become your own grassroots organization to go forward and do something together. The largest Zoom call we've all ever had. Thank you so much. I just want for all on the fence. You're in the middle, you're independent as I am, or whether you're just still don't know what you're gonna do. This is the moment for all decent people, all caring people who want the best for yourself and you want the best for other people. This is the moment for people who are tired of all of the bickering and all of the name calling, people who are exhausted by the craziness and the made up stories and the conspiracies. This is the moment. You want to get on with your life because you know that we can do better and that we deserve better. You know this. I know you know this. I know you feel this. I know this is what you're saying amongst yourselves. It's in all the conversations that we're having, that you're having. And we're better than this. We're better. We're better. And we want to create a world where our children will be safe in school again. And as my friend and mentor Maya Angelou always said, when you know better, you got to do better. Thank you. So let's do better and vote for Kamala Harris.
So with that, what did she say? You know better, you do better. What we know is that Kamala Harris is not to be trusted. She cosplays as a Black American. She's went as far as to make the lie and compare to herself and refer to herself as a descendant of chattel slavery here in America and our ancestors. That's what she's recently done. She has a history, a negative history, dealing with Black folks in California. Reparations and the Congressional Black Caucus that out there in California, she has nothing to say about that. The illegals that they allow to come in here, There's that part. Another thing that took part about that thing last night was all of the faces that might want to clean up their image because they're tied to Diddy. Jennifer Lopez, Ben Stiller, Chris Rock. There are a few people in there all of a sudden just making appearances. Why now? You got Chris Rock from London. And so, also the other thing, went out and tried to call all of them groups grassroots. They are not. So this is how much the power of the grassroots has affected everything. Oprah is out here with the vice president running for president, lying to America that all of them people that had them functions were grassroots, and they were not. Those are funded organizations to promote the Democratic Party. There's no, oh, it came together and you put it under a name. We've seen this before. This is Black Lives Matter 2.0. It's not grassroots. We're the grassroots. We are the people. We are the street. And now they're trying to invent their own version of the grassroots. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is part 6 of the power of the grassroots. The narrative. Black agenda. That is all y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause. Salute to each and every one of you and Black first, because we will stay 10 toes down at this Black empowerment fight. We will not be detoured. And as you can see, it's not going away. So much so that you are trying to recreate the movement we have already established. And you can see the enthusiasm coming more and more and more. Remember all of the fake fluff that they told you about Kamala Harris and the big boost after all of these women and all of these different groups came to her aid? Well, she should be winning in the polls by a landslide right now, not in a dead heat. Certified Truth brought you New Black Media Summer a couple years ago. And we told you how this next cycle was going to go. You have seen all of this grassroots movement even be way more spread out. So much so that the whole crying about a leader, this is Tariq Nasheed, they can't even use that now. They don't call good old Beatzilla political marketing strategist for nothing. Put your money on the truth. So again, like I've told y'all before, in the words of us, the Duty Funk All-Stars, and the grassroots can most definitely take this moniker as well. But put your money in the bag, because we got this bag. You'll go broke if you don't wanna spend this money on us. So put your money in the bag, because we got this bagged up. Like the 20 and 10s of the green lovely stuff. Put your money on us. With that being said, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall. And let us rise. Can you dig it? Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in once again. This has been the beatzillapdx official show. This has been the weekly wrap up. And family, if you're new here, make sure you get over here. If you're watching on X, subscribe to this channel right now. The Beatzilla PDX official YouTube channel, because this is the weekly wrap up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
So we have to give out a special award tonight to Reggie Sawyer of the California Task Force. Partner, yo tap dancing Sambo ass gets one of these.
Sambo, Sambo, Sambo.
You shade tree nigga.
I'm just saying. Man. And again, salute to that brother down there at the California Task Force meeting, man. I appreciate you, my good brother. And don't let nobody tell you that the energy you came with was wrong. You know, I understand. I understand the smoke, and I understand people might get nervous where energies run that high in that type of environment. But I'm so glad you stepped up to make sure that that energy got met with the proper response. Because truth be told, you know, sometimes you might have to be, you close your mouth if you can't whip nobody. You keep that trap shut. And you most definitely don't come over here disrespecting our ancestors. That's one thing that, I mean, hey, I wasn't raised that way. You can't whip nobody. You ain't out here talking shit. I don't know where y'all come from. I guess y'all could run around and be loose at the lips. I ain't come up in nothing near that environment. You better stand on what you say, or somebody gonna be right there. And this ain't even in the day of cell phones. Ain't no social media. Somebody hearing the wind about what you say, they finna come see you. So don't walk up in no task force meeting like you gonna come up here with this energy in front of these folks. These folks are gonna sit up here and be trying to maintain their posture to not come up out themselves and perhaps move a few chairs around. I won't be filming. Shit. I will not be. My phone ain't going up for this. Phone's down. From the old school over here, baby. But I know there might be some of y'all sucker ass. I mean, you know, some of you people out there who still believe we should, you know, man, you guys need to be going another way. There's a better way, brother. No, there ain't. No, there is not. And we drawing lines in the sand. We need to start getting these tap dancing Sambos out of our mix, especially the ones that are homegrown. These individuals need to be addressed, checked, and removed. And so, again, like I'm saying, none of these congressional black losers talk for me, because they are all Caribbean tethers and have their allegiances elsewhere. And now we see, oh, you guys do have a voice when it comes talking about immigrant business, but you over here with our name on you. They don't say the Caribbean or Haitian or this, that, or the other. That's the Black Caucus. NAACP. Let's get all this money out here to make sure you vote Democrats so they can make sure all these tethers are staying. Hell no. I'm 100% down for mass deportations day one. Ain't our fault you came here illegally. You and your folks got to go, kids and all. It ain't our responsibility. 12 million people. Hell no. You threw 20,000 people in an environment. And then you not even giving jobs because you're trying to smoke over your actual black population for employment. We should be accepting this because, oh, they got black skin. They got black skin looking to come here and screw us over. Sorry, no more. And you may be stupid enough to think that we should still be doing that silly shit. But let me tell you something. I'll speak for myself. beatzillapdx official. The beatzillapdx official show. Those of you in the chat. The grassroots. The glorious grassroots. And the brilliant voices of new black media. I'm sure I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed. And remember, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Because another thing that we are enlightened to know here, our energy is not going away. And it most definitely doesn't stop at somebody saying, oh, well, nope. And you need to vote for this and you need to vote for that. What do we know about that vote?
How can black people rise up and overcome?
Get out and vote?
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
So imparting a word from one of our icons.
Good evening, Dr. Clark. I really would like you to tell me what's the best way to handle an African American that gets in the way of the liberation of African Americans. I believe in this unity, and I'd love to love all of them, embrace them. Please tell me how to do it strategically.
Put space between you. Don't try to reform him. Give him the information, hope that he will use it. If he don't use it, then don't waste time letting him obstruct the movement. People who don't believe in themselves can't believe in you and can't help you. It's heartbreaking to know that there are some of us we have to write off so the rest of us can survive.
Facts. Facts on facts. Family, you can follow me Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket and support this channel by way of donation, you can do so at CashApp. That is $ beatzillapdx. Also, we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And now, before we go, let me go ahead and shout out all of the members that we have currently on this channel. So we have Moonrise in the house. We have We Next, aka Dark Skin Brothers, and we also have Dark Skin Brother. So that's Dark Skin Brother twice as a member. Cult Personality, the Church of Black Empowerment, Antithesis, Judah Yisrael, Key Prince, Crew Reality Grand Niggas, Faith Speaks Life in the building, Lady Effa, Black Spider, and Deneen Soul. Thank all of you for being members of this channel. I greatly appreciate it. peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on each and every one of you and yours. And with that being said, family, y'all know that you need to keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready and that slingshot nearby. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Peace.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Thank you.